Hey y'all, it's Maxine, your favorite wine specialist, guiding you on your journey through fine wine. And it is Monday, so you know that it is Monday Wine Q&A. So let's hop right into it. This has been a highly requested video since I began Monday Wine Q&A. And I would always receive the question of, can you review a sweet wine? What sweet wine do you like? Now, first, let's begin with, this is the first sweet wine that I have featured for Monday Wine Q&A. So it's safe to say that sweet wines are not my go-to wines, but that does not make them bad. It's just I tend to like more of a drier style wine regularly. So let me begin with that. However, when I do drink sweet wine, there are select wines that I prefer. And the one that I am reviewing today is Vouvray. Vouvray is my go-to sweet wine. It is a perfect wine to try when you are transitioning from sweet to dry. It was my transition wine because it's not super duper sweet, but it has hints of sweetness, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. But let me give you some history on Vouvray. Vouvray is located in the Loire Valley of France. You may remember me talking about Loire Valley because my favorite Sauvignon Blanc, Sancerre, hails from that area in France. Now, the style of Vouvray, the wine, pardon me, Vouvray, as we have learned about French wines and just European wines in general, they are named after their area. So you don't always know the grape unless you know the area. So in Vouvray, this wine is produced with 100% Chenin Blanc. Chenin Blanc is best expressed in Loire Valley, in my opinion. You have also may have seen Chenin Blanc in South Africa. You probably have had a drier style Chenin Blanc from that area because Chenin Blanc grows very well there. Now back to what I was saying, it can go from dry to sweet styles with Vouvray, and that's what I really like about the variety in Vouvray. If you are looking for more of a sweeter style Vouvray that I am enjoying at this moment, you want to look at demi-sec on the label. That indicates sweetness. You also may be familiar with seeing demi-sec on your champagne labels. So always remember, demi-sec indicates sweetness. And what I enjoy most about this wine is that it's not syrupy sweet. When I am choosing a sweet wine, I prefer more ripe fruit notes. And in this wine, the name of this wine is Clos Chapon. It is the 2016 vintage. And the primary notes that you're going to pick up from this wine are ripe apricot, honey, and some citrus notes, more on the orange tangerine side. The secondary notes you will pick up from this, you get a hint of a little golden apple and a floral note, more so leaning towards a honeysuckle. As you remember, the Drink Good Live Well rating that we have started recently, I will mention the rating system again, but you can go back to that video to see the full rating system and how I started it. Again, I don't drink any wines that I do not like, so the rating system is good, better, best, beginning with drink good, living well, drinking good, living well, from a good, better, best perspective. I would put this wine, the Clos Chapon, in the drinking good category. It is a great everyday wine. I am having this wine with spicy food. Since I moved back to North Carolina, I have fallen in love with Indian cuisine. So that would be my first choice, something nice and spicy. I would also do, since we're going to Asia, I would do Chinese. So I don't eat much Chinese, but when I do, I really like the orange chicken and the sesame chicken. I would have a Vouvray with that cuisine too. So anything with a little spice or just a hint of sweetness. And as I mentioned, I said the orange chicken to complement that citrus notes that we picked up in the secondary note of that one. So I am rating this one drinking good. This is wonderful. I think that this should be shared with your sweet loving friend. I recently had drinks with some fellow ladies in the Charlotte area, and Vouvray was one of the wines that I recommended, and they really enjoyed it because we had a sweet fan with us. So I would enjoy this with my friend that is into sweet wine, and I would also introduce this to a friend who is one of those people who are just like, oh no, I never drink sweet wine, it's not my thing. Introduce this to them because, again, it's not super sweet. It's just more ripe fruit and honey notes with just a hint. Well, let me not even say a hint of sweet. This is sweet. This is a sweet wine. So what I also realized, because this was such a highly requested video, I wanted to select a wine that was readily available. So the Clos Chapon, and I'll have the information below. This can be found at Total Wine, and it retails for $13.99. So a great wine for under $15 that is sweet, it tastes very well. And if you enjoy this wine, I highly encourage you to try other styles of Vouvrays, the not so sweet ones. You're gonna have those similar fruit notes that I listed in this wine, but just not as much residual sugar, which gives wine its sweetness. So I'm going to wrap up. Vouvray is one of my go-tos. It is located in the Loire Valley, and you want to look for demi-sec on your bottle to indicate the sweetness level for Vouvray. Until we meet again, drink good, live well.